Hey, good looking. I'm so glad that you came to my kitchen today to sit there and see what we all have cooking. Grab a hold of that vine, swing on into my kitchen, and let's get cooking. Well, today we're going to do an inspired by needy recipe, and it is Schweddy Balls. So be sure to grab a hold of that vine and let's get cooking. Good looking. Now, this is my version of Heather's Schweddy Balls. I switched up the recipe a little bit. I tweaked it to my likings, but I'm going to try my hardest to give you the link to where she made her recipe for her family. Now, let's get cooking. Good looking.
Today, what we're going to be making, Schweddy Balls. That's right. I said we're going to be making Schweddy Balls. So, let's not hesitate and let's get cooking. What I have here in this bowl, I have 2 pounds of ground beef. Now, to that 2 pounds of ground beef, we're gonna add, now you can either add the dried minced onion, like what I'm gonna do, or go ahead and chop up 1 medium-sized onion, and you wanna have maybe medium-sized diced pieces of onion. So I went ahead and I'm doing the dried minced onion route. And to that, we're going to be adding 1 tablespoon parsley. Now, what I have in this little dish here, I have 1 teaspoon of basil, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, it was 1 tablespoon of parsley that we used. Now, you're gonna need, I use a little under a half a cup of instant oats. Now, Heather, she makes hers with 1.5 cups of breadcrumbs. That's where her and I separate our ways. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, you're gonna need to add 2 eggs. And for the last 2 ingredients for our Schweddy balls, you're going to be needing 1 teaspoon of salt, and I use kosher salt, and 1 teaspoon black pepper. Now, go ahead. Now, my grandma always sat there and said, the best utensils in the kitchen are right at the end of your arms, and they're your hands, and I happen to agree. So we're gonna get our hands right in here, and we're gonna give that all some loving with our hands. I'm gonna grab one of the small ice cream scoops, because that's the size of meatballs we're gonna be making. So I have my small ice cream scoop, but before I go ahead and I start mixing this all up by hand, we're gonna make that special sauce that the Schweddy balls are gonna be sitting in. So I'm just gonna move this over to the side. I'm gonna put down my ice cream scoop. I'm gonna go and grab another little bowl, and we're gonna continue, and we're gonna sit there and make our sauce. Now, I have 1 can, and it's a 14-ounce can of the whole cranberry sauce. Now, you're not going to use all of this. You're going to use probably about 3/4 of a can. But what you really need is 1 cup of the whole cranberry sauce. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to open this up, and we're going to put 1 cup of cranberry sauce in our cup. Okay, I opened up our sauce. Let's go ahead, and for purposes of the video here, I am going to be measuring out. Usually I would eyeball this, but like I said, we need 1 cup. That's a good hearty cup. Now, go ahead, add all that to our bowl here. Now, what you're going to be needing next, and I use the Panda Express sweet chili sauce, and you're going to be needing 1/2 cup. So let's go ahead and add 1/2 cup of the Panda Express sweet chili sauce. Now, let's add that Panda Express sweet chili sauce to our cranberries. Now, I'm going to grab my spoon. I'm going to get that last little goodness out of my measuring cup here. And then, what's next is just mix up these 2 magical ingredients. So, I'm not going to make you watch dry paint dry. We're just going to simply mix this all up until we have it all nicely incorporated. So, we'll be back. I have it all mixed up. Now, I'm just going to add 1 or 2 spoonfuls of this slush sauce, and we're going to put it in our meatball mixture, and then we're going to mix up our meatballs, and we're going to sit there and bake them. So I'm going to add maybe 3 spoonfuls as such. Now, take them tools at the end of your arms and mix up the meatballs. Why dirty a utensil when the best ones are right at the end of your arms? So we'll be back as soon as I have all this goodness all mixed up. Go ahead, grab a baking dish. I'm going to place it down. I know it's not into view. Okay. Let's just move. I'm sorry, folks. I should be more organized than what I am. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. You gotta get back into the shape of things. Grab your whatever size ice cream scoop that you want your meatballs to be. Now, if you want the big ones, go ahead, get a big ice cream scoop and make big Schweddy balls. But for me, I want my balls to be spread out and go further, so I'm using this size. So we're just gonna go in. We're gonna grab some. And I'm just gonna quickly just grab the portions I need. I'm just gonna go ahead and just drop them. I'm gonna come by and I'm gonna roll them out to be real pretty looking balls. Right now, they look like massacred balls. But we're just gonna sit there and go ahead and measure out what we would need for a tray of Schweddy Balls. So we'll be back when I'm all done measuring out our Schweddy Balls. Okay, we rolled out all of our meatballs. Now, I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but I would want you to sit there and preheat your oven to 375 degrees. We're gonna put these bad boys right into that 375 degree preheated oven, and we're gonna bake them up for 40 to 45 minutes. So I'm gonna grab my tray of prepared meatballs and we're gonna bake them, and we'll be back when they're all done being baked. Now, I'm not sure if I also mentioned this early in the video, but Heather doesn't make her Schweddy meatballs with the cranberry sauce and the sweet chili sauce. She usually mixes up her Schweddy meatballs with like a marinara sauce. Now, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna try to find the link of where I first saw this Schweddy meatball video, and I think it was in the beginning of her and Matt's relationship. I'm not sure, but it was like, God, I've been following her for, God, I know it's been over 7 years. So, and I think she redid it recently within the last few years. But anyways, I'm going to try to find the video of Heather's Schweddy Balls, and I'll be sure to leave a link right up here in the corner. And you can watch Heather's original recipe. And like I said, I believe she serves hers in marinara sauce. And that's where her and I go in different ways. I mean, she'll veer off in one direction, and I veered off into this direction. I don't serve mine with marinara sauce. Mine is with the whole cranberry sauce and the Panda Express sweet chili sauce. But no matter what way you serve them up, they're dang good. The oven just went off. I have the baked up meatballs right here. Now, I brought out a bowl. I'm gonna place all the cooked meatballs and place them into the bowl, and then we're just gonna pour that luscious sauce right over the Schweddy Balls. That good sauce mixture all over our hot meatballs. So let's go ahead and add all that sauce over our meatballs. give all the balls a good stir. So all of them get coated with this luscious sauce. Now you could also just put them in the slow cooker and put on keep warm until you're ready to serve them. But this is how I do it. I mean, there's so many different ways. You can have Schweddy Balls subs. I can sit there and take these and take some of my Chinese vegetables that I can up, and I'm gonna be doing a recipe on that real soon, because I need some more Chinese vegetables up on my pantry shelf. So be on the lookout for that video down the chute. And let's just, ooh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Here, let's just give it a taste test. Oh yeah. Them are some good Schweddy balls. You could even sit there and serve the Schweddy balls this way, just over rice. That's as equally as tasty. So, if you liked what you saw here today, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not yet a subscriber, go up, hit that subscribe button, tap that little bell. That way you'll always be notified every time I do put out a new video. And as always, here's to happy cooking, but better yet, happy eatings, y'all. Y'all come back now. You hear? Mm-hmm.